start with some general thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, they're so good. And, we talked about earlier in the week, they were going to go on runs, and kind of just looking at them holistically, they've been great in the first quarter. I think in the Patriot League, they had not been behind. They've been up 29-0 against their 5 opponents. So we really talked about the first quarter was going to be the most important quarter of the year. And we played great. And then we knew they were going to go on runs. And they went on that run where they got 3 goals in the second quarter. And we get that goal at the end of the half. And I thought that was really important. That gave us some confidence. We won. We actually lost the face-off. We got it back on a scramble play. And then Kate scored a really nice goal to give us momentum going in. And it's a tough week for them. They play Georgetown 16-14, have to travel up here. So we talked about really focusing on our conditioning, and then this was going to be a whole year win, not just this Saturday. We talked about how much conditioning we've done, how hard we've worked, and we really wanted to keep our foot on the gas pedal in that third quarter. And the guys did a great job. We looked to continue our transition. We stayed in the 10-man ride, which was key. We turned them over a few times. We didn't want to get discouraged after they made the shot. We made a little bit of adjustment to put a little bit more ball pressure on their defensemen. And the guys just executed. We were great on the offensive end, really ran our transition game. Obviously did a great job on Spencer, and really had a focus on Lindley, and the guys played great. So couldn't be more proud of the guys and their effort, and they played really hard today. They played really hard, and more importantly, they executed our game plan.
So James Burr set a record for Lacrosse for the most points scored. So what are your thoughts on
Most points scored at BU?
At BU, yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on him?
He's just so good. I mean, he's just been a staple for 4 years and so consistent. And, we were asking him, he's a great scorer, but we've asked him to make some better decisions with the ball on the stick. And obviously having the 4 assists today, did a great job sharing the ball. He draws so much attention. So between him and Chris, teams have to focus on them. And James did a great job of when he drew the double team, finding his open teammates. And we got a couple of transition plays. I thought our D middies and short sticks did a great job getting out. Obviously got huge saves from McSorley. I mean, McSorley played his best game. I know he had 24 saves against Providence, but they weren't the type of saves that he had today. And it really keyed our transition. We were good off the ground with defensive end, and we were able to leak out and get some opportunities. And then obviously Sean was great. Sean created a lot of transition. They cut it to 4. We're on that 5-0 run in the third quarter, and they get that goal, and immediately we pop one forward and get it right back to 5. So, we knew it was going to be a game of runs, and fortunately for us, we put more runs together than they did today.
You guys did a great job on Spencer, kind of switching off the freshman
Carson.
Yeah, and
Jermaine.
Yeah, sorry,
it's okay.
Awful with names. And you were also sliding to his back a lot. So sliding to his back, kind of preventing him from getting a lot of touches, but also they kind of went away from him in the second half to try and go through Olmsted even. What was your adjustment there?
I think Spencer, on a midweek game, you hear things that he's banged up. He didn't look at his explosive self today, and I don't know if he's hurt or not. He's a great player, and a credit to Coach Silverlake and putting a great game plan together, and Q and Carson really executed, and again, it was a team effort. It was guys making the right decisions in our side packages, having the fills to their 2 inside presence, and then Joey making saves when they they're a good team. They're going to make you work for it, and they're going to get good opportunities even if you do everything right. And when we broke down a little bit, Joey had some key saves. So this was a team effort across the board, and certainly I'll give a lot of credit to Q and Carson, who did a nice job on them. But 5 guys behind them, and Joey at the 6 did a nice job as well.
Right. You guys out-ground balled them by 22, which is an insane stat.
Sure.
Talk about how that kind of helped you guys go forward, and also the impact of the 10-man ride.
I'm just really proud of, in the first quarter, they had 2 rebound goals out of their 3, so we really talked about that in the first quarter huddle at the end of the first quarter. We were like, we got to come up with those ground balls. We were so close to getting kills on those possessions, and we didn't just finish the play. So I thought the 10-man ride put the ball on the ground a couple times. And I thought our attackmen had Timmy Lay had some great ground balls. I thought Josh Williamson had a couple of great ground balls. I mean, across the board, I didn't see the ground ball stats. But it just felt like multiple players were making great ground ball plays. and we've been really putting emphasis, if you can't get the ground ball, keep it on the ground. And I thought we did that pretty well today. I thought Chrisman was actually pretty tough on his behalf and made some in between the lines plays and had a couple shots today, which really helped, our fast break. And then, it's hard to just watch him run the 3 yards. Finally, they slid off him and we got that key goal. But I thought the 10-man, Coach Lattimore, did a great job with, putting a game plan together, and we stuck with the 10-man the whole game. And even after they scored that goal, where we could have got a little conservative, we made the decision to stay in it, and I think it paid dividends.
Yeah, I would say most people would switch out.
Yep.
Once they get scored on, you guys just stay with it.
We just stayed with it, and we talked about we might give up one, they might break to transition. They're a great transition team, but if we can turn them over 4 or 5 times, it's to our benefit, and it turned out it was to our benefit.
What do you think of the crowd? And a lot of alumni back in particular, and it seemed like the crowd really got into it right away.
It was great. I mean, that was one of the best crowds we've ever had. It was a gorgeous day. I know a lot of people worked hard to put that together, so I thank development. I thank our marketing crew, and everybody that worked hard to make today a special day. I appreciate the alumni coming back, and certainly the guys put on a great display of lacrosse. So, I'm really happy for the guys. And this is a huge win. I told the guys to enjoy it, but we got to get back to business on Monday. We got a really good team in Holy Cross, coming here, and certainly if we don't keep our foot on the gas pedal, they'll take it to us. So we'll enjoy it. It was a great win. I'm really proud of the way we played and how hard we played and how we executed. But we got to kind of get back to business in the Patriot in a really tough league.